Get this right. We're going to dive deep into how Donald Trump went from almost $1 billion in debt, like completely bankrupt, to a billionaire TV icon.
Yeah,
Like, how does that even happen?
I know. It's crazy.
We've got these sources, and it turns out there are all these wild twists and turns, and he somehow builds this personal brand that just keeps going even when his businesses are tanking.
It's pretty remarkable.
It really is.
It's a wild story that shows how much your image can really determine your success.
Right.
So we've got to start back in the 70s, right? Trump's just starting out in New York real estate.
Okay.
And he's doing things the Trump way,
Yeah.
Big, bold, innovative for the time.
Like with his name in huge gold letters all over these buildings.
Exactly.
Like Trump Tower, right.
Oh, yeah, Trump Tower became this instant symbol of,
Success.
yeah, success, wealth, opulence, the whole thing.
The whole 9 yards. And that was only the start.
Oh, yeah, that was just the beginning.
Yeah. He goes on to Atlantic City casinos, buys the Plaza Hotel. Like his fame and fortune are just exploding.
And the Trump brand, right? This is where we really see it taking shape.
So is there anything he did that was, kind of unique at the time in terms of building his brand?
Well, he was really good at self-promotion and grabbing media attention.
Right.
He understood the power of spectacle and creating a buzz.
Okay, so things are going great, but then it all kind of falls apart, doesn't it?
It does.
What happened?
By the late 80s, early 90s, things started to go south.
Okay.
You see, Trump was really into leverage.
Borrowing money.
Tons of it. Leverage is my friend. That was his motto.
Oh, I've heard that.
And for a while it worked.
Yeah.
But then the economy takes a downturn, interest rates skyrocket, and all that leverage, well, it backfires big time.
And his casinos start losing money.
Millions. Every single week.
I think I read somewhere he was almost $1 billion in debt.
Yeah, it was a staggering $900 million in personal debt.
Wow.
So the banks start seizing everything.
Yeah. Like his yacht and stuff.
His yacht, his plane, even his helicopter.
Oh, man.
It was 1991, make or break time for Trump.
Yeah.
He's in a meeting with like 70 bankers. Can you imagine that pressure?
No.
He can't even make his loan payments.
Oof.
But here's the crazy part. Even though he's basically on the verge of financial ruin, the bankers still see the value in his name.
Really?
They tell him straight up, your name is still worth something.
So they're saying even though his businesses are tanking, the brand, the Trump brand, still has power.
Exactly. It was a total light bulb moment for him.
So it dawns on him that his brand, his name, his reputation,
But intangible stuff.
yeah, that it might actually be worth more than all these buildings and casinos.
More than all the stuff he was scrambling to hold on to.
So what did he do?
He starts licensing his name.
Instead of owning buildings?
Instead of owning and developing properties, he's basically franchising the Trump brand.
So low risk, high reward.
Yeah. Developers pay him to use his name. He gets a cut of the profits, but doesn't have to deal with all the headaches of ownership.
Smart move.
This was a total turning point for him, essential for his financial comeback.
It really shows how much the world was changing.
Yeah, it reflects this larger trend, the
Yeah.
growing importance of things you can't touch, intangible assets, intellectual property.
Like in the modern economy?
Yeah, and Trump was kind of ahead of the curve on that.
So we've got him rebuilding his empire.
Rebuilding, rebranding.
But how does he become a TV icon? It's got to be The Apprentice,
Yeah,
right? That's
yeah.
what really catapulted him.
You got it. The Apprentice was huge.
Yeah.
In 2004, he meets with Mark Burnett, the guy who created
Legend.
a total legend.
And Trump, being Trump, demands $50,000 per episode.
He knew his worth.
He always does.
And guess what? It worked.
It did.
Oh, yeah. The Apprentice was a smash hit. Over 28 million viewers for the season finale.
No way.
Oh, yeah. And his catchphrase, you're fired.
Oh, I can hear him saying.
It became this cultural phenomenon. The show ran for 14 seasons. He made an estimated $213 million from it.
So he went from almost bankrupt to a TV superstar.
All thanks to the power of his personal brand.
And it's like, maybe The Apprentice wasn't just a reality show.
It was strategic.
Yeah, it presented this image of him as this successful businessman, this leader.
Exactly. Carefully crafted narrative, even if it through the lens of reality TV.
So, I mean, what's the takeaway here? It seems like Trump shows us that a strong personal brand can get you through anything.
Oh, absolutely. He shows us that your image and how you present yourself can be more valuable than anything.
Wow.
It's about perception, storytelling, knowing when to adapt, and knowing your worth.
He went from real estate to licensing to TV personality, But the one thing that stayed the same was the Trump brand.
Exactly.
So could a strong personal brand really be the key to overcoming anything and finding success, even in unexpected places? Makes you think,
It really does.
especially in today's world where personal branding is just getting more and more important.
It's everywhere you look.
It really is.
Crazy, huh?
Absolutely crazy.